It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another Dead Talk Q&A session. It's been a while, but we're back and just in time for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. And I'm assuming that most of the questions are gonna in some way relate to the upcoming season of of The Ones Who Live. So that's why I'm kind of going into this specifically with The Ones Who Live in mind, but you can ask obviously any question you want. I see a couple people already on and a couple questions. We're just giving a few minutes for more people to join or see if more people are going to join, but we should be good to go in a minute or two. And obviously, as always, let me know if you can hear me good and see me good. I'm assuming since no one said anything, everything's alright as far as the video and audio situation. Okay, let's just get started here. Epic Zombie Killer with the first question. Do you think The Ones Who Live will get a season 2 or should it end with season 1? Actually, I think I went backwards. Anyway, I'll just answer this one and then I'll do it properly after. As far as The Ones Who Live, at this point, I think there is a 60% chance that it's only going to be a one season thing. I mean, the recent teasers they've released say specifically a 6-episode event, right? So I think either that they're trying to keep it kind of in the middle where they can change their minds if they want to, or it's not going to be, there's not going to be a season 2. So I think at this point, for me, 60% chance that there is no season 2, but there's still a 40% chance that either they're not telling us the whole truth or they're just waiting to see how the first season is received before they greenlit the second season. Another question from Epic Zombie Killer. When do you see the franchise reaching its end game? Well, here's the thing. I don't think the franchise will ever reach its end game. It's always going to continue. But as far as the main show, and not the main show, the main story is concerned, or the story that we have with the current survivors, Negan, Maggie, Rick, Michonne, Daryl, Carol, I think that's probably going to end within the next 5 years. I don't think that after 5 years we are still going to be with the same cast. We might have some characters that are connected or related to the characters that we know right now, but we're not going to have this story in the 5 years from now. So I don't think the franchise is going to end, but the main story with what we have right now is probably going to end 5 years from now, or in the next 5 years. Mario, long time no see. How you doing? Or how have you been doing? I've been doing great. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, it's been a while, but we're back. I don't think I'll do a lot of live streams back to back again because I just don't have time. It's been really busy at work, but I'll try my best to do more, especially with The Ones Who Live coming up and all of that. Who knows, if I can, I'll try to do a Friday night stream every 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something, but we'll just see. Obviously, for the finale, I will do one, like before it or after it. I will definitely do one so we can share our thoughts and opinions about the first season of The Ones Who Live. But in the next 5 weeks, or 4 weeks I should say, I don't know how many more streams we're gonna have, but I wanted to do one before and one after, or right before the finale or something like that. Epic Zombie Killer, do you think The Ones Who Live will... I read that one. Mario, stay away from Twitter because the guy is leaking every episode's ending to everyone online. Thankfully, I missed 95% of it. Yeah, I did a video on that. It's crazy. It's like... I partially blame AMC for releasing it to like bloggers and YouTubers like a month in advance, and not just one episode but 4 episodes, it's too much. I'm not surprised that it's getting out. I've been able to be spoiler free so far, and yeah, I'm not going on Twitter. Like, Twitter is a no-go for me right now. Maybe after the fourth episode I'll be able to go on Twitter, which is a shame because there are some Twitter channels that do post good pictures and not behind the scenes, good pictures of the episodes before they air, and teasers and trailers. That's usually how I get those if the Walking Dead's AMC YouTube channel doesn't post it. So I guess I won't be checking that, obviously, because I don't want to be spoiled. And they're using the tags, right? Like, the tags are what everyone's looking at, and it's in the trends and all of that, so it makes it harder to not be spoiled if you're on Twitter. So yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go on Twitter. Spoilers are going crazy or insane. Yeah, they're insane. Episode 5 and 6 are also being leaked. I'm out of there quick. Yeah. If episodes 5 and 6 are there as well, then I guess I won't be on Twitter for 6 weeks, because that's insane. I'm not gonna be spoiled by these episodes. We've been waiting a long time. The hype is real. I don't want it to be spoiled like that. You know what I mean? I did a whole video on spoilers in The Walking Dead. You can check it out if you're interested. But yeah, it's just insane. Walking Dead Eternal, it's spreading to YouTube as well. Yeah, here's the thing. Every time I see a channel like that, and thank God their thumbnails don't have spoilers, but every time I see it, I just block the channel from seeing it. Like, I'll say don't recommend channel, and it's gone. So as long as they don't put any spoilers in the thumbnail, then I'll just block them and move forward. But it sucks on Twitter because it autoplays the videos. Like, on YouTube, it doesn't necessarily play it right away, so you won't like see anything. You can just block it or move on to the next thing. But it's crazy in Twitter because it just autoplays. So you're looking at a comment, and then the next comment comes up. It's like a video and it's playing, and you're seeing something you're not supposed to see. Rashad Ibn Salah, I hope I said that right. Where are you from, brother? Well, I'm in Canada right now, but I'm originally from Iran. Oh, what did I do? Mario, I mean, they would give... Wait. Why would you give people 4 episodes in advance? That is literally a spoiling beast unleashed. Absolutely. And especially since... Like, let's entertain the idea that's a 6-episode limited series. Why in the world would you do that for 4 of the episodes? It's just insane. And for a series that fans have been waiting for like 3 years now, 4 years now. So I'm starting to think either AMC is really, what do you call it? They're trying to sabotage their own shit. Something like that, you know what I mean? That's the only thing that comes to mind, because it's absolutely insane how, like, things are just out there. Like, the first 4 episodes, there's people that are not supposed to see the first 4 episodes and have seen it. It's just insane that where we are. Walking Dead Eternal, the Cobra Kai leakers, they leak every little thing. It's annoying. I don't know them. Thank God. If what you're saying is true, I'm glad I haven't stumbled upon them. Mario, like I understand screeners are important, but at least check whoever you have in that program. I can guarantee you that some YouTubers received it and gave everyone. I'm sure they did, yeah. And here's the thing. Some of it was through the screeners, like you said, but some of it was through the event. Like people who purchased the tickets to go watch it live in New York and LA, they just recorded it there. And that's even worse because you have the cast and crew in front of you. There's videos of Denai Guerrera asking everyone, don't leak anything. And they go and do just that. It's just so disrespectful. And no matter how bad it is or good it is, doesn't matter. Like, if it was like Fear the Walking Dead episodes and they did that, I would feel the same thing. It's just so disrespectful to the cast and creators for you to just go and leak it like that. And it's one thing putting it somewhere and saying, like, this is where the spoilers are, put all the warnings, that's it. It's one thing doing that. It's another thing just randomly posting it on social media just because it makes you feel like you're important in some way because you've seen it. You know what I mean? Walking Dead Eternal. Cobra Kai is a show based from the karate. Oh, you meant the movie or a show? Yeah, I know the show. I haven't seen it, but I know the show. But I thought you meant like it's actually a group called Cobra Kai Leakers. Mario, it's insane that episode 2 is fully leaked on YouTube. Thank God that episode 1 is still hidden for most part. Yeah, I just blocked like a channel on YouTube because it had like 2-minute clips, like 10 2-minute clips of the second episode. It's crazy. You know what they should have done? They should have, like, when they send it to screeners or to people to review, right? They need to make it so that it has like a copyright thing or something all over it so you can see who this is for. And it needs to be like unique per person you send it to. That way, let's say if someone posts it, you know exactly who leaked it. So that way, there's less chance of someone going through the risk of just releasing it like that. You know what I mean? Like, I thought they do that, but apparently not. So that's crazy to me. TWD Universe, The Ones Who Live. How much does AMC Plus cost exactly? I can check. I actually had to get AMC Plus again because I canceled it after the Daryl Dixon. So I had to get it again. I actually canceled it 3 weeks before the Daryl Dixon ended. Like with 3 episodes left. And it was because the episodes just weren't showing up. So I had to find it some other way. And I'm like, there's no point in being in AMC Plus if I can't watch the episodes, right? You know what I mean? I'll do the same thing for The Ones Who Live. If I can't see the episode on the day, then I'll just bounce and find something else. AMC Plus. AMC Plus cost $5 a month. Wait, no. Why did it say $5? It's $9. $9 a month. That's the cost. Mario, I've been reporting whole day yesterday. People, they just created another account and banned Evade. Yeah. Like, what can you do? I don't even report anymore. I try to report if I feel like doing it, but when it's too much, you're like, I don't want to fill out a form every freaking 5 minutes. So I just say don't recommend channel and move with my day. TWD Universe, The Ones Who Live, because I want it for just these spin-offs. Yeah, that's usually how I do it. Get it for like the season that's out, cancel until the next season or the next thing comes out. That's how I do it. Mario, the only thing that can save us is if they sue them. Yeah, absolutely. I hope they sue them. They have to live with the consequences of that in some way. But obviously, the life is not always fair like that. So, yeah. TWD Universe, the ones who live, says thanks, no problem. I literally just googled it. Walking Dead Eternal, what's your opinion overall of Dead City? Unpopular opinion, but I like Dead City more than the Daryl Dixon. The cinematography of Daryl Dixon was phenomenal, way better. Like the budget that went into it, but story-wise, I feel like it was lazy, the Daryl Dixon spinoff, because there was a lot of pieces that were either seen before in outside, like The Last of Us, and obviously some of it even resembled The Walking Dead's original, like some parts of the story. So I feel like it's lazy. With Dead City, the plot was not the best either, but comparing it to Daryl Dixon, plot-wise, I feel like it was pretty good. But quality-wise, like the cinematography quality, all of that, it was definitely thumbs down. Like, they didn't use the budget for that. Like, I don't know where the budget went. TWD, I can't say it. TWD Universe, the ones who live. Hey everyone on here, want my channel? What? I don't know what you mean. Epic Zombie Killer, do you think Towel should be one and done? I think 2 seasons. I did a prediction video on how I think the story is flowing from one spin-off to the other. I feel like it's best to have The Ones Who Live be 2 seasons, the Daryl Dixon 3 seasons, and Dead City ongoing, but with everything else merging into it by the 4th season, or 3rd or 4th season. So I think that makes the most sense. If you want to know exactly like the details of how that might work, check out my video that I posted like a couple days ago. Epic Zombie Killer, my main issue with Dead City is Maggie. She's a bad character now. Yeah, Maggie was annoying, and her character wasn't fleshed out in Dead City. Negan was. Like, I feel like they did a good job with what they did with Negan. From the end of the main show to Dead City, there was a good flow. Like, you could picture the pieces. You know what I mean? But for Maggie, it just didn't make sense. Like, she doesn't have any contact with anyone, or she didn't mention it, and like they moved Hilltop and all of that, so it was like weird. It was like we're watching a brand new thing, but it wasn't. The character was still the same character. So yeah, I agree. The flow of what they did with Maggie's story and her character was disappointing and underwhelming, but for Negan, I feel like it was done really well. Walking Dead Eternal. What did you think of conversation between Maggie and Herschel in the truck? Annoying. I think both Herschel, it was forced, like his dialogue was forced, and even Maggie's dialogue was forced, I think. If it's the same scene we're talking about, is it the scene after he escaped, or they got him out? I think that's the one you mean. Epic Zombie Killer. Hey Ash, I'm still very excited for The Ones Who Live. I hope they have callbacks to Days Gone By, the pilot. I think they will, especially in the first episode. It's impossible they don't have some sort of Easter egg or callback. It's impossible. We already have seen some of those callbacks in the trailers and teasers that they've released. And not just to the pilot, but to scenes throughout the series. So I'm sure that there's tons more that they're just hiding. Epic Zombie Killer, in my opinion, The Ones Who Live has been a long time coming. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's just do something quick. Let's see when they first released the Walking Dead movie teaser. Then we'll know how long it's been. See, 4 years ago, they released the untitled Walking Dead movie teaser on the Walking Dead's YouTube channel 4 years ago. And, you know, it's just insane. 4 years. 4 years. That is literally insane. I'm not gonna be on YouTube checking stuff because I just saw something else that might be a leak. It was the title card of the series, and I don't want to watch it like that. I want to watch it when I'm watching the episode. Anyway, yeah. Mario, the show is rated like 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's gonna be super good. Yeah, I haven't heard anything negative. That's the thing. I haven't heard anything negative about it, which is amazing. Someone said that it's the best Walking Dead in years, and I actually believe it. But they said the same thing with Dead City and Daryl Dixon, and it was far from the truth. But in this case, I feel like it is the truth. Epic Zombie Killer. We've been waiting for this ever since Season 9, Episode 5. Yeah, exactly. Which was 4 years ago. Mario, I got spoiled for Intro 2. It's amazing. Everything we ever wanted. Yeah, I saw 2 scenes, and it was Rick and Michonne, and it was playing, and I just closed, so I didn't see quite like how it is, but definitely intrigued to see the intro as well. But by intro, do you mean like the intro of the episode or like the title card? I was talking about the title card, but I think you mean like the intro to the series, which also I'm definitely hyped about to see how does it start. How do they go from Rick is gone to here's Rick, he's back, you know what I mean? And it's not quite the same with the post-credit cameo, because it was like a snippet and it was a moment in time way in the future. But they can't do that with the intro of The Ones Who Live. They just can't. They have to start somewhere. It could be like a point in time that's after Rick is back, or not back, is gone, but it can't just be that Rick is dealing with something here. Boo. You know, it has to be something that's good enough for the intro, if that makes any sense. Walking Dead Eternal. If Glenn was still alive and heard Herschel talk to Maggie that way, Glenn wouldn't have that. Yeah, it's tough to say what Glenn would have said or done, because we didn't really see that side of him. Like, we were just beginning to see that mature side of Glenn, the side that was starting to accept that he's a father and think about the future, but we never actually got him or got to see him through anything that resembles being a father figure to anyone. Maybe a little bit with Enid, but not quite as much. So yeah, it's tough to say how he would have reacted or what he would have said. TWD Universe, The Ones Who Live, they really need to do the ideas. They really need to do the ideas 3 seasons for every spin-off, especially The Ones Who Live. Then they can start working on the end game. But I'm afraid to watch because I don't want Rick to lose his hand. Yeah, I mean, the Rick losing his hand is not even a spoiler at this point because they put it in the trailer, in a way. So yeah. Mario, yeah, intro card, intro, not the title card. Yeah, I got what you mean. TWD Universe, The Ones Who Live, I feel like Rick is losing his hand. Stupid. It's definitely stupid in my opinion too, but it's definitely happening. Like, I know that at this point people are saying it because they know, because they've seen it, right? But even before, when there was still a little bit more hidden and leaks weren't everywhere, people were still saying it. And it was because of the trailer and the fact that it showed it. And I know that there were other leaks like photo of scripts and stuff like that mentioning prosthetic hands for Rick and stuff like that, but I feel like at that point it was still, I don't know, it could be fake, it could be real, you know what I mean? But the trailer was really the thing that sealed it for me, that Rick is definitely losing his hand. Mario, him losing his hand makes it comic book accurate, and if it happens, it happened because Andy Lincoln wanted it. And now they have budget to do it. See, I agree that it was because Andrew Lincoln wanted to do it, and Scott Gimple indirectly revealed that in his interview. I don't think that it has anything to do with budget. The reason why is, and let me just say this, I think it was a creative decision not to do it in the main show. The reason why I say it's not the budget, it's because if they really wanted to do that, they should have had Rick lose his hand instead of Aaron. The fact that they had Aaron to do it, or they had it done to Aaron, makes me feel like they were like, no, Rick is not gonna get it because we don't think that it's a good idea. So they gave it to Aaron. So that's my opinion. The fact that they did it with Aaron and they had the budget means that budget wasn't an issue. Walking Dead Eternal. I have a rumor about Michonne being killed off. I call that BS, definitely. Oh, I heard a rumor. Yeah, I don't think Michonne or Rick is dying. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to wait 2 years to see Rick and Michonne reunite just to see one of them die after. Doesn't make sense. Give me 1 sec. My battery and the camera is dying, so give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. No new questions, which is good. Walking Dead Eternal. What do you think? Just gonna double check to make sure my audio is on and it's not muted. Do you think Jadis's role is going to be? What do you think Jadis's role is gonna be like? And do you think she'll make it or not? No, I think Jadis is probably gonna get killed off by the end of the season. What her role is, I think she's just dedicated to CRM, and she doesn't care who she has to kill to stay at the CRM. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like she would kill Rick or Michonne if it meant that she gets to stay at CRM and, you know, get a better role at the CRM. That's just the type of character she is. TWD Universe, the ones who love Andrew Lincoln, did joke about Rick dying at the end or at the end of the season 2, but I don't think he's being serious. Rick's the heart of the Walking Dead universe anyway. Yeah, I don't think Rick is dying. If Rick ever dies, it will be to end the main story. There's no way that it's gonna go down any other way. Mario, I mean, fight with CRM can never lead to anything good. Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think the two are gonna die. Other characters are gonna die. Nat, I think, is gonna die. Um, Even what do you call it? Pearl Thorn, I think, is gonna die. Okafor, I think, is gonna die. But Rick and Michonne are not gonna die. Like, there's no way that they're gonna die. There's just no way. Mario, I expect if we get season 2, many deaths. I think even for season 1, we're gonna see many deaths. I'll be surprised if the same cast that we start with is gonna reach the finish line. I feel like at least 3 of them are gonna die. The main cast, I mean. Mario, with season 2, I mean All Out War type of spin-off with many characters. I feel like what you're describing won't be in The Ones Who Live. It'll be somewhere outside. It'll be another spin-off. But obviously I could be wrong. Walking Dead Eternal. Do you think she'll still be rocking the the chili bowl haircut she has? Yeah, she's gonna take that to her death. It's terrible haircut, but she's gonna keep it. That's what defines the character in a way. TWD Universe, The Ones Who Live. Do you think Major General Beale will be killed off at the end of episode 6? And then someone else, maybe Jadis, will take over and try to get vengeance for his death. Either that, or I feel like it's more likely that Jadis is going to die before that, and General Beale is going to get killed, but someone else is going to take over. Like maybe Okafor if he's alive. But I don't think that General Beale is gonna make it. I don't think so. He could, and just get killed early in the second season if there's a second season, but I doubt it. Mario, Beale won't be killed off. There's no way. I think there is a way. Mario, super anticipated antagonist to die. Well, he is, but I felt like only for the first season. I feel like there's a very good chance that before the end of, in the second season, he won't be there. If there's a second season. Or if there is no second season, then there's more chance of him dying in the 6th episode. Mario, they almost never kill huge characters that join show instantly, at least from something I've seen. That is true, but we have to take into account the fact that this is a special series. It's not supposed to be a long running show. That's all I would say. TWD Universe, The Ones Who Live. I completely see Rick taking Beale out and Michonne taking Jadis out, maybe. Yeah, me too. I think there's a very good chance of that. Mario, John Locke doesn't die. You know what's funny? I haven't watched Lost, but I've heard mixed reviews. Like, a lot of people hate it, but there are people who like it. So I don't know. Walking Dead Eternal. General Beale scares the hell out of me. Just something about him. I feel like he's going to be more dark and brutal than Negan was in season 7. We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. If anything, they're gonna just make him like as dark as the governor from the comics. If anything, because they already might do the Rick thing, the Rick loses hand thing, even though it might not be Beale that does it, but still. So I don't know. TW Universe, the ones who live. What's your favorite Walking Dead season? Mine's 5 and 6. Mine 5 and 8. Mine is 5 and 8. Those are interesting choices. Mine is season in this order: season 1, season 6, season 9. Those are my top 3. And then season 5 after that. Actually, no. Season 4 and then season 5. So 1, 9. No. 1, 6, 9. 1, 6, 9. 4, 5. There we go. 1, 6, 9, 4, 5. Is that right? 1, 6, 9, 4, 9. Yeah. Somewhere like that. Oh, by the way, for those of you that are new here, make sure you're subscribed if you enjoy the content, so you join our community, and press the bell so you get notifications for uploads that we do. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button. The last 2 applies to everyone, not just those that are new. TW Universe, the ones who lived. Do you think if Carl had lived, he would have went with Michonne to find Rick? He would have wanted to, but I don't think Michonne would have took him with her. She would have said like, stay at Alexandria to protect everyone, something like that. But yeah, he would have wanted to go for sure. Walking the Eternal. If Lydia had powers, which I know she doesn't, who do you think she'll resurrect? Alpha or Beta? Oh, interesting question. Alpha. I think there was a love-hate relationship between the daughter-mother duo, so Alpha, I would say. TW Universe, the ones who live. I really think that I just realized it's TDW, not TWD. Anyway, I really think that Heath should have had a longer storyline, maybe to season 8. I don't get the hype around the character. He wasn't anything interesting or unique. So I don't get the hype around the character. I think the only reason people are saying that is because they're looking at Heath from the comics, and Heath in the comics is not the same. It's not the same character. There's nothing the same except what they look like and their name. That's the only similarity. Walking Dead Eternal, Alpha was the mother from hell. LOL. Yeah, she was. TDW Universe, the ones who live. Reason it's TDW instead of TWD is because I have my own zombie series on YouTube. Oh, I see. So is it like The Dead Walking instead? Perry Demond. Anyone remember Lost? General Beale? Perfect casting, I think it may be. I haven't watched Lost, but yeah, I like the actor. I've seen the actor in a lot of things, so yeah, I think it's a good casting. While we're waiting for more questions, let me check something real quick here. So I did post this. At this point, there might not be a lot of interest in this because of all of the leaks, but I put together something that I posted on Twitter like a week ago or 2 weeks ago with everything that's pretty much officially revealed or unofficially by fans, based on the trailers and teasers and stuff. The first is the series opening. So let me read this. Wait. No, it's about the series opening. The series is expected to open with a night scene where Rick is in the woods, where, you know, we have the battle with the walkers. They have like flames inside of them. So that seems to be the intro, like the start of the series. From everything I've seen in the trailers and what they've talked about in the interviews, that seems to be the start. And obviously Rick is a prisoner, we know that. And there's CRM helicopters and soldiers there watching the prisoners kill the walkers. And it's still in the intro. It seems like that's pretty much how it's going to be. And Rick is going to be forced to amputate his hand in order to survive something. Probably the walker attack. Like, he's going to have to do that so that the walkers don't get to him. So that's about that, you know. The other thing is it seems like the reunion with Rick and Michonne is gonna be in like the third episode or the second end of second episode to third episode, and it's gonna happen in a way where it's random. So Michonne and Nat are like killing CRM soldiers. They're blowing stuff up. They blow something up. CRM soldiers go everywhere. Michonne is killing them when they turn, like the soldiers, and then she gets to one, tries to kill it, realizes it's Rick. That looks like it's gonna be the way that the reunion is gonna come about. And it's gonna be in a way where we don't even know it's Rick. Like, we're gonna see things from Michonne's perspective. We're gonna then find out that it's Rick, just like Michonne finds out. That's through the teasers. The teasers kind of put it together in a way where it seems like that's the case. Also, it seems like there's gonna be flashbacks early on, maybe in the first episode, that's gonna show us either Beale's involvement or CRM's involvement in what happened with the bombardment of Atlanta and Los Angeles, like pre-apocalypse. And also it's gonna connect the dots a little bit with what they did to Omaha in World Beyond. And it's gonna link like everything that's happened in the series together in some way. What else do I have here? Oh, we know that another character is gonna return to the series, and it's gonna be like in the third or fourth episode, but we don't know who it's gonna be. I think that there's a good chance that it's either someone related to Heath's story. It might be Heath, it might be Tara, or it might be like Dr. Jenner or someone. You know what I mean? Something like that. I feel like that's more likely than someone like Morgan. I don't think it's going to be someone like Morgan or anything like that. We also know Jadis is going to be tasked with bringing back Rick and Michonne. So she's going to chase them. And there's going to be a cat on mouse situation with them. And I think here is where Jadis is going to end up getting killed by Michonne. That's more speculation, though. What else do I have? Oh, Pearl Thorne. So we know that Okafor and Pearl Thorne go way back. Pearl Thorne was saved by Okafor early on in the apocalypse. And they're both like, they have this kind of comrade relationship. But we know that Pearl Thorne has a story that parallels Rick's story. They both have like a loved one on the other side. She gives up looking for them, but Rick doesn't. And we know that just like Rick, Pearl Thorne is going to be a prisoner at some point, but she's going to work her way up like Rick. She's going to be in some situations where she can basically prevent Rick from escaping, and she does that. But at some point, it seems like she pretty much lets Rick and Michonne go and lets them escape, helps them out in a way. I have two other points here. No, wait. No, I covered it all. So that's basically everything that we've kind of put together as far as either strong theories that are backed by a lot of evidence or official reveals. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. In case anyone missed that post on Twitter, it was like 2 weeks ago or something. Again, I don't know at this point with all the leaks if anyone even cares about that. People who know about the leaks, if they care about those discussions, but I really wanted to talk about that on the stream tonight, or at least mention it. TDW Universe, the ones who live. I play a character named Dylan Sullivan, the new rock Grimes, basically. You mean Rick Grimes? That's funny. It's titled TDW because if I put Walking Dead, it would be copying, and I have a lot of my own characters too. Cool, that's cool, man. Keep up the work. Keep up the good work, I should say. I hope it's good work. I haven't seen it. Walking the Eternal. On Morgan's last scene on Fear, when he calls out Rick, this message is for Rick Grimes. The Avengers Infinity War theme song immediately popped in my head. It's funny. I hope and pray Daryl reunites with Rick at the end. I hope so too. Walking the Eternal, I think it's going to be either Huck or Heath. Huck died though, but unless you mean like in a flashback kind of thing. But yeah, Huck died. But Heath is more likely in my opinion. I think Heath, Tara, Dr. Jenner. Those are my top 3. And the only reason I say Tara is because of her story connected to Heath's disappearance. We've been going for 55 minutes, so I think the questions are dying down. So we'll go for maybe another few minutes and call it a stream. So get your final questions in. TDW Universe, the ones who live. Do you think that Commonwealth was actually connected to the CRM? I don't think so. I don't buy that theory. I think CRM knows about Commonwealth, but there was no connection. Like CRM is kind of like watching Commonwealth, making sure that they don't intervene in anything they're involved in, but I don't think there was any sort of connection. At some point there may have been, but if it was through only Pamela, like secret dealings and stuff like that. I don't think anyone was open between those two. Walking Dead Eternal. Sunday morning, I'm going to watch The Walking Dead 9.5 and then straight jump into The Ones Who Live. I'm just going to jump into Ones Who Live. Walking Dead Eternal, do you think Hilltop's still standing? Well, the new Hilltop, yeah, based on Dead City, but yeah, the new Hilltop for sure. Alright, that would be the end of the stream. The questions are definitely dying down, and we've been going for like almost an hour. So we'll call it a stream. It was a great stream. Thanks for everyone who joined and participated. I appreciate it. Hopefully it was good for you guys. You enjoyed it. Hopefully, if you did, smash the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to join our community and press the bell to be notified for uploads on the channel. And obviously, look out for my reaction to The Ones Who Live 101 years. Sunday, I don't know when. I'll watch it Sunday, early Sunday, but by the time I finish watching, edit, post, deal with the back and forth with the copyright stuff, it might be end of Sunday where you see it. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm definitely gonna watch. I'm definitely going to post the reaction, and hopefully it'll be a great episode. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.